Hey there, I am Parth Doshi, exploring the field of RPA and sharing my learnings with you by making videos. So, this is the third video in the series of UI automation next activities. So, let me give you a quick overview of what we'll be doing in this video. So, in this video, we are going to use a go to URL activity along with some different activities of UI automation next package. So, what are we going to do is we are going to give an user to type a particular mobile category name, like you can say iPhone, OnePlus, Oppo, Vivo, anything. After that, what we'll do is we'll open the Flipkart's website. We'll go to Flipkart. We'll search that particular product, get the total number of results like we see showing one of thousands or 24 or something like that. So we are going to use that particular activity to get the text from there. Now after that, we are going to search the same mobile on Amazon's website. So we will be in that same tab, you can say. From Flipkart we'll go to Amazon, and then we'll do the same process as we did in the Flipkart and just close our tab after that. So without any delay, let's get started. Now to use UI automation next activities, you need to install a package UI automation next dot activities from manage packages. After you have done that, you will see this complete package of activities. Now to use any of the activities of UI automation next, we need to indicate a browser. So here I already have Flipkart's website, so I'm going to indicate this because this is our initial part which we are going to do. So now once this is indicated, I'm going to use type into activity. So before that, let's give user an input dialog. So here phone, here category. So we'll take the result we are going to store in category name, which is what we are going to pass over here, the category name. Now let me indicate on screen. So now as you can see here, we can also define an anchor if we want. So like normally when we use UI activities, after defining a type into, we need to use that anchor base activity to define an anchor. So UI, one of the advantage of using UI automation next is you can just directly define an anchor, like you can see over here, settings, add anchor. But I'm not going to add any, I'm just going to confirm it. And after this, I need to give a enter keyboard shortcut. So now here there are two ways of giving a shortcut. One is recording by like actually doing it, and one is the add shortcut manually. So I'm just going to add enter over here, and this is add. Now after that, what we are going to do is, let me type iPhone over here. So once we have typed this and clicked enter, we are just going to take this particular part. So now let me go to here UI path. We are going to use get text. So now get text, we are going to indicate this field, and that's it. We can define the anchor, but there is no requirement of defining an anchor. And here I'm going to store it in a variable Flipkart result. So this much we are done with the Flipkart part. Now what we are going to do is, on this same tab, we are going to type here amazon.com, and we are going to go this particular website, to the Amazon's website. So what we are going to do is we are going to use go to URL activity over here. So the main component or the main activity which we are exploring in this particular video is go to. Now here I'm going to specify Amazon's URL, copy and paste it in double quotes. So now this is done. So now it will navigate me to the Amazon's website. Then again I'm going to use type into activity, which I'm going to pass the text over here is category name. Also you have in type into options, you have like putting the particular variable or the particular text as secure or a standard. So secure can be used in case of passwords, or even if you want to keep the email ID secure. So we are going to type in this particular field. Again, we might have to indicate the anchor, but see here it has by default indicated the anchor. So if you want to delete it, you can delete it as well, or if you want to keep, you can keep. Let me delete it. So we are going to just confirm this. Okay, so after type into, I need the same keyboard shortcut, so I'm just going to copy this and paste it over here, which is the enter one. After enter, again we have to get the text. So after that, what we are going to do is, here also we are going to type iPhone, click enter, and the results are over this side. So we are going to take the get text and put in this part. So this is, again, you can indicate the anchor, but if not required, you can skip that. And here I'm going to save it in Amazon results. So now we have done that, and after that I want to close this tab, so that I'm going to use navigate browser. So in navigate browser you have different option of going back, going forward, going to homepage. So homepage will directly take you to the Google homepage or the Internet Explorer homepage, whatever you are using. And there is close tab, so I'm going to use close the tab. After that, we'll just use a message box to see whether we are getting the output or not, stored in the variable message box. So here in text, I'm going to type Flipkart results colon. Here that is going to be a plus Flipkart's result plus. This is just to go on a new line, environment dot new line. Okay, I need to give a plus over here. After that, Amazon results, again over here a plus sign and the variable. So that's it. Let's run the workflow. So what we are doing is, we are first going to Flipkart, typing a particular phone category name, storing it into a variable, searching it on iPhone, and taking the total results. After that, we are going to Amazon's website. In the same tab, we are going to extract the result and then see the results in the message box. So let me just close this tab, save this file, and run. So let's see how this complete process goes. Okay, so we have to type it over here. Let me type OnePlus. Click on OK. It's typing OnePlus. It's going to press enter, taking the text. Now it went to the Amazon, as we are saying. Here also it is going to type OnePlus. Now pressing again enter, taking the results. Now we should see a message box. Okay, so as you can see over here, these were the results from the Flipkart website and these were the results from the Amazon's website. So here I didn't have too much edit the selectors. As you saw, I just indicated it once. If you use normal UI automation activities, you need to edit the selector in UI Explorer, change the name and all that. So here that nothing was required. I was able to do it just in the one go, as you saw in the complete video. Let's just do a quick recap of what we saw in this video. So in this video, we started by opening the Flipkart's website. After that, we searched for a particular phone category. After that, we extracted the total results with the number of results shown in the one page. Then in the same tab, we navigated to the other website, that is Amazon.com. We searched the same particular category over there. Then what we did is we closed the tab. So you can see over here, I don't have that tab open over here. So that's how you can use UI automation activities for doing web automation, which are much more reliable than UI automation, and you don't need to edit the selectors again and again. You get directly to define the anchors as you saw in the video. It will be able to automatically detect as well, and if not, you can add manually the anchors. Thank you for watching the complete video. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and press the bell icon to stay updated to all the new videos I upload. Thank you.